Good morning. Ephesians 2:8 and 9. For it is by grace that you've been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is a gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. And I wanted to talk about the difference between living from the cross or to the cross. The first 8 years of my journey, I experienced the grace of God. I experienced the beauty of His love and His mercy in my life. But then I lived my life to the cross. So now God's blood, His sacrifice got me in, but now it's my job to stay in by what I do. So I continued to try and earn Daddy's favor by doing good works and doing those things. But at the center of that was still a self-centered component. Living from the cross is different. Living from the posture of it is finished. What He did on the cross is enough. You have right standing with God. You aren't trying to earn the right standing of God, and that's where I was. That's bondage, just like my old addictive past. But it's a religious bondage. You become the elder brother in the prodigal story. Was the prodigal, I traded it in for the elder brother. But freedom comes when we live our lives from the cross. And we understand what He did for us and the beauty of His love for us and what our identity is. When our identity is rooted in Him and what He's done and the beauty of who He is, we become free. So then the fruit of the Spirit comes into our life. You know, the submission of our life to God and the understanding that He is enough. Now all of a sudden you're not trying to root out your identity by your behaviors or trying to get the favor of God if you're in the religious context. Or you're searching the world for that identity, trying to attain things so that you can feel important, or you're trying to acquire trinkets and toys that give you that little satisfaction in the beginning, but you're still the same person. I love how Matt Chandler says it. When you get a new car, it makes you feel good. It makes like you feel like a better person, but in reality, you're just a person with more debt. You know? And there's so much truth in that, man. My whole ministry, the whole ministry is based on helping people become free of themselves for the first time. And I've seen it. I've seen it in my own life and in man after man after man. And we're all in process. You know, Apostle Paul talks about, you know, I have not quite attained, but I press on towards the goal. And that's where we have peace, because we don't have to get to a certain level. It's the process. It's just saying, God, I trust you with my life. I'm going to go forward, and you have peace in that, you know, and that's where we get rest. If not, you will never have enough stuff. You will never get Daddy's attention by what you do. You know, I hear of it as, you know, we either live our Christian walk from the cross or from a ladder, like we have to climb our way up to God, and that's just not the case. That's how I lived the first 8 years of my faith journey. In the last 7, I've been walking in freedom. I just pray that you can experience that freedom and that peace and understand what your identity is, and that's the thing that'll set you free. Love y'all. God bless.